Yeah, if you'd asked us 3 years ago if we'd be living in a van, or 3.5 years ago, it wasn't even on our radar. But here we are, having an amazing life, enjoying every minute of it. Right, people always say, how do you live in that? Right? Like they see the van and they say, how do you live in that? Well, you don't live in that. And somebody once said to us, right, you live through that. The van gets us where we're going. It hauls us as people, but it hauls all of our gear. And when we land, there's a little explosion of gear that pops out, and our outdoor living space pops to life. And we sleep in the van. We cook outside, we eat outside, we do everything outside throughout the whole day, and we retreat to the van at night and go to sleep. And so it gets us where we want to go, and it holds all our gear, and it provides us a bed. And that's really what the van does, and as long as we follow the sun, it works. That's it, ready for action. Salud!
This is kind of funny because one of the first questions we get when people meet us and they know we're traveling on the road with the kids is, well, what do you do for school? I mean, how do you know?
Almost always the first question.
Yeah. And since I have my own business, it's really, I say, well, Doug actually homeschools them. And then they're like, wow, really? The dad teaches the kids? Like, yeah, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
I signed up for this.
What's your favorite part about traveling?
Making new friends. In any state I was in, I caught these countries. I burned fish. Cool, but I didn't catch it. I like to catch flying fish.
The idea of traveling to foreign countries and exposing our kids to multiple different cultures.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Tortilla. Muy bien, ¿y tú?
And that was important to me, for them to just see the world through those different eyes, that understood that things range from higher than you can imagine and lower than you can imagine, and you just happen to fall somewhere in between. And the more we travel, the more we fill in the blanks of what life looks like on both sides of that.
It's hard to say my favorite places.
Why?
Because we've been to so many places and all the places are super cool.
So for me, I think I had the benefit of a moment of clarity at 30 years old, 31 years old or so, when my dad was ill and passed away at age 60. And when you see that happen, you realize that retirement's not guaranteed, right? Work till you're 60 and retire, or 62 or 65, whatever you pick. It's not guaranteed the end of it. So we looked at, what can I make sure that I'm getting out of every day? And so how much time can I spend with the kids? How can I not backload this stuff in hopes that it's there someday, but take advantage of it right now? And I asked some of my friends, and every single one of them said, if I could go back in time and do what you're doing, I would do it. None of them said, my career's more important, I could give up the money, or I couldn't give up the money. Or everybody said, if I could go back in time and have all those days with my kids, I would do it. And so for me, that was the number one thing.
Yeah.
We're certainly not unique in wanting to live the dream. Sometimes you got to jump off a little bit of a cliff, or a big cliff, to trust that there's enough of a safety net somewhere down there. And you need a big enough why that drives you. And right, so if you get to spend time with the kids and make sure that you're a family.
I want to stay like this forever. I want to stay right here with you. I want to stay right here with you.
Every day for us is an adventure, but we don't fight about it. We solve it. We find a way to solve it, and we share that with them, that this is how we get through things. And I would hope that they would understand that they have that in their own hands. Find the right person in life. Friends, it doesn't have to be a marriage even, just the friends, the people that you want to do things with, that if you team up with the right group, you're off to whatever you want to do. Hey, don't go too far. Look at the tree right there. For me, I think probably the top of the whole list, I would want Morgan and Derek, one coming from the female perspective and the male perspective, to understand that a happy, healthy marriage and a happy family can do anything, right? Like find the right person and your life can be amazing. And I know at 5 years old you don't understand that, but you do understand that your parents are there every moment. Like, your parents care about everything you're doing, and they want to make your life a real life.
One of the things I think we should do today, though, is really map out our journey north.
So why don't I grab the map and we can take a look at the cool things that are between here and there.
Yep.
I
I definitely want to see the big sequoia trees. We have a week here with
Sure,
Clementine
if you
and
want.
Peter. You spend,
Yep.
you know, it always feels like a lot of time, but then it never is. Wow, that really is out in the middle of nowhere. I want to see the redwoods too. That would be great.
Yeah, that's why we go cut across. Do that.
Yeah. Yeah, we have no idea where
Yeah.
the future takes us.
You have
In
no idea
part-
what's over the next rise, the next hill.
In part because you have no idea what you're going to see or who you're going to meet, because that really does change your trajectory, right?
Totally.
Yeah, we met people when we were in Mexico who lived in Canada. We had no idea we were going to go to Canada because our plan was to head to Argentina and do this other epic journey south.
Which we'll still do.
Which we probably will, maybe. Who knows? In 2 years, 5 years? I don't know, we can't tell. Because you just keep meeting all these awesome people that take you on different paths.
To know what the next 3 years or 10 years has to hold, it's not on the radar. But it's gonna be epic, it's gonna be an adventure, like it's gonna be amazing.